Un monde nouveau, ensemble pour bâtir un plus bel avenir, plus juste.
Your visit to Mauritius will invariably coincide with one of the many religious festivals, such as Kavadi, celebrated by the Tamils in the month of January.
Pouvons faire ensemble, 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 un monde nouveau.
We've established that the Dutch were the first settlers and that they gave the island its name. They also introduced sugar and are said to be responsible for the disappearance of the dodo. This large, flightless bird was immortalized by Lewis Carroll in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. The dodo once lived on Mauritius, but when the Dutch left, it was nowhere to be found. The fact that it has become extinct remains shrouded in mystery. Several factors contributed to its disappearance. The arrival of the first settlers was bad news for the dodo. Not only was it eaten, but as man began to colonize the island, its beautiful virgin forests began to change. Before, the dodo had lived free from predators, so free of danger that it nested openly on the ground, laying only one large egg a year. With the arrival of domestic animals, however, all this changed. The dodos were pested and their eggs eaten. All sorts of foreign trees and plants were introduced. But the worst was yet to come. Its natural habitat made way for huge sugar plantations, like the ones which are still here today. Nowadays, these plantations stretch right across Mauritius, where there once grew wonderful native trees. All of this was catastrophic for the dodo. Nobody knows exactly when it disappeared. It just fizzled out into the smoke of time. Many native species of birds have fallen victim to the first settlers, but some were not destined to go the way of the dodo. In 1973, a young Welsh ornithologist by the name of Carl Jones came to Mauritius, sponsored by the World Wildlife Fund and working hand in hand with the Mauritius government. At the time of his arrival, the Mauritius kestrel was generally known as the rarest bird of prey in the world. The Mauritius pink pigeon was on the brink of extinction. As for the Mauritius parakeet, there were so few in the wild that they would have disappeared by the end of the century. Carl believed that the only way to reverse the decline was to breed these birds in captivity. 20 years later, Carl's dedication can only be described as a conservation success story. There are many places in Mauritius where you can see living proof of Carl's achievements. At the dawning of this revolution in modern conservation awareness, what greater sight can there be than a Mauritius kestrel in all its splendor? From the wonderful world of birds, we turn to some tranquil sights and sounds of Mauritius.